Well, last time we talked about knives that kill. Today, we will talk about knives that heal. How would you name this tool? A putty knife, a joint knife, a taping knife, or perhaps a spatula? Even though it has only two parts, the blade and the handle, this tool can be used for many applications. In this video, we're going to show you how to tape drywalls with these putty knives. But it's not the main purpose, as there are many videos out there made by professionals. In this short video, we present the different types of putty knives and their uses, starting with the jack of all trades, the 6-inch 150mm putty knife. If you are not sure what is the difference between putty and joint knives, this middle-sized knife is a great start. The 5 or 6-inch knives could be used for both repairing minor cracks or holes and taping drywall joints. Here we have two very similar looking knives. They are both made of rust-proof material, also known as stainless steel, which makes the blade fairly flexible and durable. And this feature is very important, as these tools, well, frequently deal with wet or moist material. However, some professionals still prefer putty knives that are made from carbon steel. Those knives are more flexible than the stainless steel ones and allow you to spread the joint compound smoother and more even. The drawback is that they are very hard to maintain and tend to rust. To overcome it, we can take the carbon steel knife and partially protect it against rust with a black oxide coating. Well, this gives the knife a black-blue appearance, and that is why we call it blue steel. As a result, we get a flexible knife that is sort of resistant to rust. You will need to cover it with oil after you finish using it. There is also one more material, plastic. Knives that are made from plastic are of course flexible and rust resistant, but they are not as durable as the steel ones. You can use them for small jobs to fill a hole, or you can just cut them to a specific size. Now let's pay attention to the structure of the blade. To give you more control over how much pressure you're applying, the knife should have something like a hollow ground profile. This means that the blade is thinner at the center and thicker at the edge, and also as it gets closer to the handle. But that's not all. Take a look at those blades. Do you see another difference? One has sharp edges while the other one has round edges. Rounded edges do not leave sharp lines when you're coating. They do not dig into the compound. However, you won't be able to get into 90-degree corners without this one, and you will leave a lot of mud. Well, unless this is what you want. You can go to TMEU and you will find putty knives that have round and sharp edges for your convenience. The second part of the knife is the handle. It is very important to have an ergonomic handle, especially if you're going to use it daily. Well, this Stanley here has a pretty long handle, so it is perfect for someone with large hands. It is made of biomaterial that gives you a strong grip, comfort and protection. But if you are going to get busy with your drywalls, another important feature that possibly you want your knife to have is the metal end on the handle, like here. With this end, you can hammer down a nail that didn't go all the way down. On those two, Wolfcraft and Stanley go a step further and stick a Phillips bit at the top of the handle. But if you are professional, you know that this is not going to help in all the situations. Now, let's move on to smaller putty knives, smaller than 5 inches. Those are not actually putty knives, but scrapers or joint knives. Sometimes you just want to go shortcuts and replace a tool that is missing with a tool that is right there at your disposal. Well, look at this small-sized putty knife. Looks almost like a scraper. So, why not use it for removing all paint or glue? Well, you don't trust everything you see, as salt sometimes looks like sugar. A scraper's blade is too stiff for the efficient application of compound, and likewise the putty knife's blade is too thin for efficient scraping. Always remember to look at the labels, as those tools may look identical. Larger putty knives are perfect for finishing works, feathering and smoothing those sharp lines that were left after you're using a small putty knife. When you are doing a butt joint, there is no way you're going to make the surface smooth because you add compound and tape. Of course, if you are used to working with 6-inch knife, you will finish the job pretty fast. But if you are just starting, a taping knife like this one will make your work look better. In other words, there will be less or almost no visible shadows on your joint. Stanley also offers putty knives for external corners. This one, where the blade is running from the handle to the end, is for a smooth, even finish. And finishing external corners is one of utmost importance as you want to give it a clean edge. Here the blade goes in a 90-degree angle to create a clean, square outside corner. To apply compound perfectly over the external corner, your hand must be steady, and this comfort comes with a bi-material handle. With internal corners, the idea is basically the same. You want them to be perfect, and this putty knife impresses with its high quality. This one is ideal when you apply any filler to internal edges at a 90-degree angle. It improves work with cement or plaster enormously. And trust me, you and your interior wall corners will all live happily ever after. Here is just a setup which reminds me of your drywall, which you might be taping at home. So the first thing you need to do is to verify whether there are any screws sticking out. You can do it with a putty knife by going down the wall. And if you hear a metal sound like this, it means that there is a screw which you need to drive in. As you drive it in, it means your wall will be smooth again. Get some mud on your knife, apply, and spread. Now, take a piece of tape, clean the access on both sides, take another layer of mud, and apply again. You know that there's a theory about 10,000 hours. As you can see, I've got 9,999 hours to practice. Good luck! One last thing, if you budge the job, don't blame the tool, as this tool is ideal for the serious amateur. If you want to share your tool preferences, let us know in the comments, and God have mercy on your project.
I am pretty, very pretty.
Looks almost like a skater. Stanley! Stand! Whoa! At a degree of 90 angles. Or joint knives.